A lot of times, a lot of us have the problem of thinking that whatever we wanted to do needed to be done in the past, and already a lot of time has been wasted, and there's no way that we can achieve that amount of success or the results that we are trying to achieve in the given period of time now that is left with us. I think that is a problem that a lot of us and like come across in our day-to-day lives, at least for our long-term goals is what we feel. What should we do about something that we needed to do a long time ago? Not necessarily a long time ago, but we had to complete it, but we didn't, and now the time is not quite left, but we still want to do it, but fear has now stepped in, and you're not quite confident at the moment, and you don't feel that you will be able to do it. In those moments, what would the best possible steps should be? Because I think what I inquired in these scenarios was, you have to have a plan of action in case you waste time. You have to, identify your nature, because it's very important to know what things you are good at, what things you are not good at. And one of the things that I particularly lack is stepping on the pedal quite in time. Actually, that has been one of my problems for a long time. So I've been trying to, there are a few steps that help. Actually, you can take the help of YouTube. If you're watching this video, you might also, if you're watching this, you've already started that. But the thing is, the more videos we watch, we just get into that rabbit hole, and we don't actually end up doing the work. We just watch more videos and feel sad about it, or even motivated and just go do something else for the time. And at the end, nothing gets done. We end up procrastinating even more. So what helped me is helping me, and I'm trying to experiment with it, is that try to analyze a way, a path to do that thing in advance. You have to identify your nature. That is something I feel is innately wired in our nature, to procrastinate and to not do the work in the given time. Because I have seen my friends, I've seen myself and a lot of other people doing the same thing, not finishing the work on time. That could not be because everyone is lazy. That has to be something hardwired in our brains to not do the work uh, early in time. So you have to identify your nature. Some people are very good at that, but some people are just not. Like, I do not consider myself to be an early worker, so I'm trying to improve at that. So what I have found out is, I have to figure out an early plan of action for that. The early plan of action basically means that I synchronize a plan B. I know that eventually I have to fall back on plan B, but I trick my mind to work on plan A for as long as I can. But my mind knows, it knows that plan A would not work, because I am the one crafting it. It knows before I even start on it. So plan B is what I think is working for me at the moment. Have someone or something on YouTube or your friends just coordinate you on the accountability on what you're basically depending on to finish the work. There has to be some way where you identify the patterns in which you are lacking. There has to be a pattern. And if you're able to identify the pattern, there could be some sense in what ways you think and at what time you're most productive. And then you could make that a habit. One of the quotes that I read the other day, it was very powerful and it actually moved me, was that the best way to kill motivation is to build up a habit. If you are having a habit that just works for you, that is the best thing in the world. Habits die hard. People say bad habits die hard. I say habits in general die hard, good or bad. If it's a habit, it is there to stay. So if we are able to execute on that plan for some time, and just to find out at what times you work the best, I think you're on for a great start. And for the first part of this video, that if you have wasted a lot of time, I think the answer to that is sacrifices are needed to be made. There has to be some sort of salvaging of the left time. You cannot be doing everything that you wanted to do. uh, I know that that's just it just hits the heart in a very different way. You want to live a normal life, but it's our own goddamn fault that we didn't do it in the first place, right? And now for the long term goal, you might have a 5 month goal, 5 year plan. So if you're nearing the deadline, I'd say we would have to step on the gas. There's no other option. And for those of us who are willing to take on the suffering willingly, I'd say believe, yes, yes, we can.